Hello all. This is a new experiment in filming. Taping my last video, I found out that I really needed a mirror to see what I'm doing if I'm doing something on my face. So I'm now trying this. The camera is behind me and it films me through the mirror, so keep that in mind. I wanted to show you how I do my pony. The way it grows, it's always a problem, even for hairdressers. It's unpredictable, so if you cut it nicely straight and one move and it's uneven. So since the hairdressers could not do it always and I had to correct sometimes, I thought let's try it myself. I'm doing it for quite a while now, from time to time. I once found this in a book, and it's especially for, I'm keeping an eye on you from time to time to see if I'm still in the picture, in a book, and it's for a pony, we call it pony, you call it pony, strange name, but for a pony that flows over in the rest of your hair. So it's forming one whole, and everybody can use it if you want to get a pony like that. Short hair, long hair, doesn't matter. It works for everybody. It takes some practice, and even though I'm doing it for quite some time, I'm not perfect also. But as I said, I'm not doing it worse than the hairdressers did, and it's cheaper. But anyway, I'm doing it at the sink. You don't see that now, but okay. I'm putting in some paper so it catches the hairs. This time it will be a little bit more difficult because I have to stay in the image. I recommend doing it on moist or wet hair. This is because when you cut the dry hair jumps away. The disadvantage is when you cut it wet, you have to count that if it dries, it will be a little bit shorter. So keep that in mind. Drying hair will be shorter. So don't cut it too short. Better be safe and cut it a little bit longer than you want it. Also, the advantage is if you make a mistake and it's not straight enough and you have sufficient length, you can correct it. And it's still looking good. Okay, let's see. I washed my hair today. I always use a tubby towel. I will make a movie about finding a tubby towel for longer hair later. Let's see. Okay. First, you want to part the pony from the rest of your hair, so I'm using this. It's still not perfect, of course, but it is an idea, and you have to look very careful. Let's see. Still, can you see it? That's about here and here. Let's see what I have got. There's always a chance that you're missing the longer pieces, but then they can grow. Look here, look. Okay, this is long, as you can see. It belongs here. But I think I've got it now. You need a comb, a fine comb to put it straight. I think I might be missing something here, so let's pull a little bit to see. No, I think I've got all. As you can see, it's also a natural boundary, kind of, like this. This belongs here. So about this is it. Okay. Ta-da. Okay. I'm nervous doing it on camera, so I hope it succeeds. what you do to make the flow, it's not a round pony, it's kind of straight and then it flows here in the rest of your hair. You put it together like this and put it in a point, like, I hope you can see what I mean, this like, I have to do this, let's see, can you see this? So, like this, okay, as tight together at the end as possible, but still kind of flat. Yes? Okay. This is where you are going to cut. Let's not take a risk. You also need barber scissors. Don't have to be expensive. Just read reviews if it's sharp enough, but also not too sharp, of course. You use your finger kind of like a, oh, let's see, yeah. Like a line, and you cut. I have to be careful not to put my hand in the image. I'm looking into the mirror now because I need to concentrate. Oh. You see, even be careful not to cut in your fingers. Okay, let's see what we have with the comb. Well, you see the idea already, but it's too long. So I'm going to do it again. And it gives you the opportunity to watch again. So as close together as possible, but flat. Okay. Always be careful, better to cut again than to have regrets to have it too short. Also, of course, if you make a mistake, it's not that bad. I'm still in the image. Okay. As I said, keep in mind. Okay. Let's see, it's now over my eyebrows. It will be a little bit shorter like that. And I have to correct. But still, I think it could be a little bit shorter still. This will be a long video. But again, it gives you the opportunity to observe how I'm doing it. As I said, I'm not perfect. It's just a thing I do. Oh, that's a little bit too close to my finger. So keep in mind that also. So let's see. Let's see what we got now. As you can see, you still have to correct it later because it's not exact science. Maybe a little more. Okay, always. You can always fast forward if you're bored by this. This now should be enough, I think. I'm currently dripping all the ground with the rest of my hair because it's a little bit more wet than I'm used to. Okay. You have to take with correcting stuff, it's short and still. Okay. Don't you try it close. yes, I think this is it about. Don't ask me what the theory behind it is, but I just found it in a book about cutting your own hair many years ago. And you can find it rarely because it's mostly like straight or round, but not in between. My pony is layered because it's a little bit thick. So a lot of people could lift the layer with this comb, but I cannot. I'm not handy enough for this. So since it's also a small part of the whole and does not ask for exact science, because you don't see the layer if it's a little bit difficult. So I start out by making a kind of, oh, let's see, this could be it, but you have to keep in mind that this will be your main view the people get. So if I cut this in a layer, then it will be too thin. So I'm just making another new border, a little bit shorter, and now you have a reasonable line which is covered by the layer. So this could be it, but still I think not take a risk and have the look of a pony that is too thin. And also keep in mind the thickness of your base. So you see here, and these here you might want to keep. Yes? Okay. Then we have this left, and we are cutting this kind of a lot shorter than the underlayer, but at the same manner. Let's see. Maybe, let's see. Yeah, it's okay. Keep in mind, I'm staying in the image. As you can see, I have a problem on that side, always. I don't know why that is. As I said, I'm not that handy. It's always that side that is longer. Maybe it has to do with the way I keep it in my fingers, but I can correct that later. Okay. Now, we now have the layer, but I think it's too long, too close to the... So I'm trying to pick up it again. If I miss something now, it's not a problem. As I said, layers do not really show. It's just the whole of the pony. And probably barbers are looking now and hairdressers, and they are in shock. Okay. I do not pretend this is the best solution. I just say it works for me. Yes, you see, there's still that side that is maybe... Okay, now, as I said, it's not that important. And of course, when you're on video, everything does not work as you want it to. As you can now see, we have layers. Now, I'm going to give you the full experience because I'm going to thin out a little bit. I'm not very handy in it, but as I said, mistakes are not that bad. Keep in mind you better do too little than too much. And also keep in mind this line. Don't cut locks that are in this line because you don't want it. So preferably you cut and you pull. Preferably go to the layers. Also keep in mind really that as you can see, I'm not that handy. and probably there are tutorials, but as you probably noticed by now, I'll leave it at this. As I said, you can better be too careful than not. Some hairs are escaping from the side, but okay. Well, we now have this base in which the shape already is there. But we have to correct it a little bit. You can also think of correcting it when it's dry. But as I said, wet it gets more easily, in the sense of the hairs jumping away. As you can see, it's too long here about, and it's a little bit long here. You see, I always have trouble with that one. I don't know, maybe it's the way I'm holding it, but anyway, when you're correcting, also keep in mind not too much, better too little, and you can keep correcting it until it's, where does that come from? Ah, let's see. Okay, just a little bit. Okay, this has to be a lot of correcting, and here I think they're curled up a little bit. That's better. Okay, so these here, keep in mind you have to keep the shape intact. So straight here, going a little bit round here to flow in your hair. And then is also, let's see. Okay, it's not perfect yet, I think. Okay, here still a little bit. So not too straight here, a little bit like that. This might be okay, and here we have some left. Okay, this is about it. I will probably show you later when it's dry, and if I correct it, I have to correct it like when I push it where it is, it will be like this about. Yes, so you see it is a little bit short, but it's summer and it's okay, I think. When it's dry, every night I look at it and I keep this close and I'm correcting it if necessary, but this is kind of the end result for now. So you have a pony in layers, thinned out, and it matches with your sides. It's not perfect, as I always say, it's the way I do it, and maybe it can help you out. I will say this, and I will be coming back to you when it's dry, and I will say my traditional goodbye to you with dry hair. So I'll be back. Okay, it's a little bit darker now, but my hair is now completely dry and not too bad, I think. Maybe the next few days I will see if I have to correct it, but it flows nicely in the rest of my hair, so I'm not unhappy. Let's see. So this is what it looks when it turned out quite well and is dry. If you enjoyed this video, please like, react or subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.